Alhambra Committee meeting into order. Thank you all for coming. This is our last meeting for the year 2017, Tuesday, November 21. And thank you for for your attendance for today. And before we proceed, let's do a short introduction. I'm Virgilio Orlina. I'm the CAC chair. Go ahead.
Can you guys still hear?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm Anthony Reyes, nominee for
Cannot be if it's not connected.
the upcoming chair for CAC meeting.
This will be really short. Jesse Padilla is the representative for Regional Center. Go ahead.
Your name?
Marisol, go ahead.
Oh, Marisol. Sorry.
Say your full. Go ahead, say your full name.
Marisol Guerrero. Say your name. Amanda Guerrero. Amanda Guerrero.
Michelle Ortega, job coach.
Jordan Scott, job coach.
And now Whittier, Dawson Whittier. Oh,
Whittier? Go ahead.
Jesse, are you talking to us?
yes.
Can you hear us?
Okay, now we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Mark Maselli. I'm from the Whittier part of town. And I like to be at these meetings because it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something in the community.
Great. That's what we're here for.
Well, that's why I'm here too.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm Gerard Torres. I'm from the Regional Center.
Hi, Jesse. This is
Hi.
Angie at the partner. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. Angela. Okay, I didn't recognize you from far away.
Yeah.
I'm Valerie Lee. My son Garrett is a consumer.
And for our
That's it
newcomer?
from Whittier.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And for our newcomer,
Oh yes, I'm just Robles, the case manager at DESI.
is that right? And
Brenda Lee Maldonado, information and training specialist here at the Regional Center.
all right, thank you very much. And the next item is the approval of our notes from the last meeting. You have the copy of our notes from the last meeting. Any comments? Or?
For those of you that were here now.
If not, all right, then I will turn over again to Jesse for the ice Jesse?
Okay. Have you ever experienced an earthquake? How many of you here have experienced an earthquake?
Yes.
Can you hear us in Whittier?
Whittier?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Go ahead and as part of it, share your what you experienced, what you remember.
Mostly a whole lot of shaking.
That's what an earthquake is, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I experienced. That's what I've experienced.
Hi, newcomers, go ahead and introduce your name.
Oh, hi, Jesse. It's Desi.
Hi, Desi.
This is Brenda.
Hi.
Hi. Peter.
Anybody else want to share about?
Experience that Northridge earthquake during, I think, 94. I'm still working during the time in San Diego. It's the early morning. I'm still because I usually stayed in the radio station when I'm working. It's early morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. And it's really shaking over there in San Diego. Then my tendency is to, oh, it's an earthquake. And I started to turn on my radio, and I heard about LA is the hardest hit by the earthquake. And that's the reports are coming in all over LA, and there are buildings that collapsed during
And freeways.
freeways.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember hearing my next door neighbor's alarms going off, and then I'm like, earthquake. And then the shaking.
With my own experience, not during the Northridge earthquake, if I remember, my age, I was between the ages of 4 and 5 years old. There were like 6 incident earthquakes in my hometown in Montebello. I was just a little boy during that time. And all I remember is just screaming and crying, and what I heard from my mother, a lot of personal belongings that was around the house just broke into pieces. But good thing my house is still in one whole piece.
Yeah.
You want to watch the
My
video?
experience was the earthquake I was at school, in high school. My experience was because I was like scared because I was like, oh, what am I gonna
So
do?
we can go
So
that
I
way.
just
I mean,
saw everybody
this is kind of not
running
set up
around
for
like,
wheelchair situations. And
what's going on? So I thought I was like, oh, it was an earthquake. So I panicked a lot, and that was my only experience. Like, it was really like I didn't know what to do, but I got to experience a lot because I learned a lot how to protect yourself from an earthquake. Go under the table or cover your head, or if there are people in wheelchairs, you just
thank you.
bend your head and cover it with your hands, and that's it. But it was a good experience for me. It was a good, but it was really scary.
Yeah, they're never fun.
Yeah, they're never.
Okay. And now, go ahead, next one.
All right, the next item of our meeting is the reading of the ground rules. The CAC ground rules that we're going to follow this afternoon, the keys respect, ways to be respectful, be positive and respectful of others, be on time for the meeting, and when returning from a break, cell phones should be turned off or turned to silent. You must keep outside. Listen quietly when others are speaking. Raise your hand if you want to speak. Wait to be called on. Stay on track when a topic is being talked about. Come prepared and stay on topic. No fighting or arguing. Be kind and respectful to everyone at the meeting. The chairperson is in charge when the chair is away. The vice chair is in charge. If you have a question, it's okay to ask your facilitator for help. Remember, by being respectful towards each other, everyone will have a productive meeting they enjoy. And the next item that I'm going to read is about the facilitation statement. The Consumer Advisory Committee meeting is run by Regional Center Consumer CAC members only. Therefore, if you come with assistance such as facilitator, family member, friend, co-workers, support staff, or any other individual, they must not speak unless given permission to do so by the consumer CAC member and all individuals served. For example, when the CAC member is making a comment or asking a question, if they are confused or unsure of how to ask or say something, they will then ask for your support. Thank you for your cooperation in understanding the rules and guidelines for this particular meeting. Failure to abide by these rules may result in being asked to leave the meeting and or be escorted out. And I'm going to read to you about the Article 4 of our bylaws. It's an explanation about the officers and election. The officers of the CAC will be the chairperson and vice chairperson. The CAC members will nominate and vote for their officers. The nominated person receiving the most votes will be the officer who keeps the office or the office for 2 years. After 2 years, members will vote again for new officers. An officer can be voted into the same office only 2 times. 4 years is the longest a member can hold the same office. If an officer cannot complete their term, another person will be elected by the CAC members to finish the term. After that, a consumer can run for any office and be elected to that office 2 times. Here are the duties of the chair: run the meeting, represent the CAC in the community, plan the meetings with the ILARC consumer advocate, attend all ILARC's board meetings, and give CAC updates. Follow up on burning issues that the consumer have, and the duties of the vice chair: to run the meeting when the chair is absent, assist the chair on events, related projects, and or presentation. Means that you really have to help the chair and the CAC to be active, especially in attending meetings and all other activities. And those are the duties of the officers and of the CAC. All right. That's a determination.
Yes, Mr.
Okay, the next item are meetings, the self-determination update. We had our last meeting on November 7 here at ILARC boardroom.
Oh,
And
keep going back to
the guest speaker of our meeting during that November 7 meeting was Lisa Harrell, who gave us the self-determination informational station update. Huh?
the name that you just gave.
The guest was Lisa Harrell.
Oh,
And she gave an overview of the Department of Developmental Services, DDS, developed PowerPoint. It's about the training that was held here in California, and it's 2 meetings: the trainers meeting, curriculum, and the use of the training meeting in different places here in Los Angeles and other parts of California. And our executive director, Gloria Wong, shared that the state has not resubmitted yet the application for the waiver for the federal government, and ILARC continued the informational planning and outreach. ILARC continues to conduct outreach regarding the self-determination, and during the last previous meeting, David Castañeda also presented to Fiesta Educativa in August the Spanish version of about self-determination. And the next meeting of the self-determination will be on February 6, 2018. That's the next meeting of our self-determination. That's my update about the self-determination. And the next item, number 6, is the consumer advocate report by our consumer advocate, Jesse.
hi. Okay, just before I get into my main report, I just wanted to, I would like to share with you that there are a few things you may have already noticed by now, maybe, that are new to the CAC meetings. We want to go more positive and person-centered. So as you can see, there is now a suggestion box for for suggestions for future topics and for our meetings and evaluations. We'll start having evaluations to evaluate how the meeting was, the presenter, and stuff like that. And you can also see that there are name tags so that everyone can know everyone's name. So everybody knows their name. So like that.
Also, we weren't gonna have those sticker like, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, if you want to put on your name tag so that, I mean, I know we know your name, but.
Jesse, is there a suggestion box over there too?
No, there is because it would have been, then we would have had to drop off, but there is still the suggestion
Slips?
paper over there, sheet, so, and the evaluations are also over there. So, if you have a suggestion, write it down on that suggestion sheet, or, and then the evaluations, you guys also have there too.
Excuse me, Jess, there's no sticker and intakes here. Yeah.
Okay. Now for my main report. One of the things that I focused on is
Okay, thank you.
getting service providers, since employment is really big right now, service providers to apply for the paid internship program, PIP, paid internship program, and competitive integrated employment. So that to be able to provide paid internship and competitive integrated employment support to consumers so that they could get regular jobs. And that's the goal for consumers, is having real jobs with benefits and all that kind of stuff. And ELARC held 2 performance contracts meetings back in August to release their budget information and data. And this information is also available online on our website. And last month, on October 25th, we had a public meeting on purchase of service disparity of public meeting on purchase of service, which are the funds that are sent out to pay for the services that you receive, such as independent living services, supported employment, and day programs, etc. As of 2017, we have added 2 new positions, 2 prison center coordinators. The Eastern Los Angeles Regional Center and Prison Center practices, for those of you who may not be aware of, were created through the ABX 2-1 funding as part of ELARC's Purchase of Service Equity Project. And the Prison Center practices coordinators are responsible for supporting the agency work, the work of the agency, and enhancing and building relationships with the diverse community at large by facilitating the application of Prison Center practices to casework. And I have a special announcement in my report that there's a call for actors. City of Los Angeles Police Department and the Department on Disability is working with the Emergency Management Department and Information Technology has given out a public notice of a call to interested individuals to be starred in a Run, Hide, Fight practice film as an extra actor. This will be held on Monday, December 11th, 2017, from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And here, the person to contact for more information is on the board. To participate, email richard-ray@lacity.org. That's richard.ray@lacity.org. And for the next item on the agenda, I wanted to start moving forward now with discussing the Executive Director's report. Name one topic you would like for our Executive Director to focus on, Gloria Wong, when she comes to our January CEC meeting 2018. So, with that said, which is one topic you want our director to focus on? And here's an example: self-determination, how will the budget affect your services for next year? Or maybe you want purchase of services that was spent for the year 2017, or disparity. What we want to do is we want to make it more simple and easy to understand report, because she could report on several things, but we just want her to focus on one thing each time that she comes. So you could also write that in the suggestion box, or maybe you could share. Maybe you could choose the topic right now or something. Maybe. So which one would you like to have her come do as one of these topics, for example?
For me, it's how will the budget affects your services for next. It's very important for the consumers like us. And, you know, for me, I want to know what will be the effects of the next budget.
Yeah.
Really.
What would you like for our director to report on? Just one thing, one subject, one topic. Anybody Whittier would like to verbally go ahead and give a suggestion?
Yeah. I think, the one I'm curious about is how will the budget affect your services next year?
Okay. Looks like so far, majority is how will the budget affect services so far. Anybody else? Whittier or here? Go ahead.
Yeah, my concern would be topic number 3, which is purchase of services that was spent for 2017 and also for the upcoming year, which is for next year. The reason why I'm concerned about topic number 3, I have a new social worker and educator right now. I think he's new with the company of Solutions Plus, and he doesn't know how this services work. As him to be my educator, he doesn't know how this services, if he works for Solutions Plus, and how does this system work.
Yeah.
Because I think he's not knowledgeable, and I tried to explain to him everything, and I called my service coordinator to explain to him how the services work last week, because I think he's not knowledgeable. And if you don't mind if I suggest maybe next time, maybe for next year, if he's still not educated for next year, would it be okay if I invite him to come and join me with this meeting? Because I think he's not learned how the services work.
Yeah, and then he can watch you like speak up and then participate in this meeting.
Because I think that he's new to his job and he doesn't know what he's doing.
And he could sit in as a guest only, so you can see visually.
And then I try to also encourage him to attend the vendors advisory committee meeting also as well.
Yeah, but that part, that would be up to the agency's director or management to do. Yeah. All right, so it looks like, go ahead, Bailey. A majority of us either how will the budget affect your services or for next year, and then the purchase of services. Anybody else want to give any more suggestions, Marisol or anybody else? The year here? Okay.
So we're going to send to Gloria about how will the budget affect that's will be her topic.
Yeah, so we will send Gloria that information. We'll let her know so that she could just focus on that one thing before she comes next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, before I forget, just to inform you, Jess, I gave him your phone number, so just in case if he has any questions on how this services work, I told him to call you directly in your office number here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
the next item of our meeting is about the number 8 that Jesse has to explain about. It's about the vice chair of the Jesse?
Okay. Well, as you know, that today we were supposed to vote for vice chair, and then I'll show you the ballot, what it looks like. These are the ballots, but since we don't have that much of a quorum of the attendees that usually attend are not here, we're going to have to postpone that to our next meeting in January. So then, God willing, in January, by then, we should know who our vice chair is going to be. Because, yeah, since our regular group is not here, unfortunately.
So I'm taking the notes.
We have to defer.
What's your quorum?
It's 7, that's be 7, yeah.
So between them and here, there's not 7?
No, of those that have come here regularly.
They're only,
Is that what the bylaws say?
Yeah.
you want to pull it up on the Bible?
Pull up the bylaws again.
It should be above that.
Oh yeah, membership. Well, the CAC consists of adults, consumers, and any adult with a disability directly receiving services that have attended meetings, at least 3 meetings per year, are already active members and will know what's going on, and they're already active members. Okay. The CAC consists of adults with developmental disabilities who are consumers of any regional center. Any adult with a developmental disability who directly receives services from the regional center can attend the meetings consistently, at least 3 meetings per year, and participates actively can become an active member. In order to run for future office, the CAC member must attend at least 3 meetings in order to be well informed of the CAC and about nominees. And then, yeah, that's it.
Jesse,
Uh-huh.
if you could remind the group, who are the 2 candidates for vice chair again?
Right now, the candidates for vice chair is Anthony Reyes, raise your hand, and Marisol Guerrero.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. And so until we have at least 7 in our regular group, then we will start the voting process. Unless they come in late, then we can still do it, but it doesn't look like they are. Yeah, and then so now we can move on. Yeah.
All right, so that's it. We have to start
Our voting.
voting next meeting in January. So the next item is item number 9, is the presentation. It's about presentation of emergency preparedness, and our guest speaker is our consumer advocate, Jesse. Jesse?
Celebrity. Okay, hello, welcome to the Consumer Advisory Committee. I'm trying to look at both Whittier and here. Today's topic is on emergency preparedness and how to prepare for a disaster, emergency, and everything that goes along with it, because that's really important for all of us. What you will learn today is how to prepare for an emergency or disaster, how to use the feeling safe, being safe workbook, which both locations have, and how to stay safe during earthquakes, and how to prepare an emergency backpack, which I'll get into later in the presentation. The feeling safe, being safe is a training that helps all people take charge of their emergency preparation. Most people do not think about how a disaster could affect their lives, because not all of us, well, we think about other things, we're doing other things, and we don't always give it a second thought, but it's always important to, because then we don't always think about how disaster could affect their lives. So they are often unprepared to deal with a community emergency. So with that said, we are going to watch a video on that. So go ahead and start playing the video. Can I have somebody turn off the light? Whittier, you put up the video too.
Being safe.
Okay.
Taking the steps to feel prepared and be prepared during a disaster or emergency. Hello, my name is Robert M. Taylor. I'm a member of the California Department of Developmental Services Consumer Advisory Committee. We are a committee of advocates for persons with disabilities who have researched, field tested, published books, and made videos to help people take charge of their lives and be prepared for an emergency.
That was me.
Feeling safe and being safe during an emergency situation is the right of all people. A basic right is to have access to medical care, food, shelter, and help with their immediate personal needs from local community resources during a disaster or emergency. In our local communities, an emergency or disaster can occur at any time, anywhere, to anyone. These emergency situations can be caused by natural disasters such as floods, hurricanes, or earthquakes. Or they can be epidemics or acts of war. Everyone needs to be prepared and ready for an emergency. Yet persons with disabilities, the elderly, single parents, individuals living in group settings, the homeless, those in hard-to-reach areas, and others are challenged in finding ways that will help connect them to resources and supports during times of immediate need. Being prepared in a disaster or emergency can help you feel in control and keep you safe. It can also help you communicate what is important for others to know so they can assist you. The Feeling Safe, Being Safe worksheet and magnet can be personalized to where you live and what type of emergency your area experiences. People in many states are now using the tools and adapting them to their specific needs. In this video, you will see Sam create a personal plan using Think, Plan, Do. Sam thinks about what is important in an emergency, makes a plan to be shared with others, then takes action. Do. Completes the worksheet, magnet, and puts together a personalized emergency kit. Feeling safe, being safe is for all people. Remember, with preparation, sharing, and support, you can feel safer in an emergency or disaster.
My name is Sam Durbin. This is a story of how I use Think, Plan, Do to create a plan to be safe and feel safe. I began the Think, Plan, Do process thinking about why it is important for me to feel safe at home. It's important for people to be prepared because if there's a major disaster, they need to take care of themselves until somebody can come. They need to not be in a position where they don't have any food or the gas pipes are busted and they don't have a flashlight or a radio to find out where they can go because of a flood or they need to be prepared at all times. Being safe means I know how to take care of myself and not be afraid. If I create a plan to help me feel safe, I will be prepared and not have to worry. I will be calm and be able to follow the steps to take care of myself in an emergency. I began thinking about what I need to do to take care of myself. I thought about the different things people need to know about me. My health, my medication, my glasses for reading, and my dog. I also want people to know how to talk to me when there is an emergency. I want them to explain what is happening in a quiet, gentle voice. Other people may want someone to speak slow and clear. I also need help making my own plan to help me feel safe. With my goals set, I began to create a plan to look at ways to be safe at home, using my community resources, my neighbors, and developing my own personal safety plan. I began by filling out my feeling safe, being safe worksheet. I learned that I needed an emergency kit to put my important items in. I also discovered that there are very important items I need just in case I have to leave my home. I will put these items in my kit. I also need to know who to call in case of an emergency and ask where to go if I had to leave my home. I need to get to know my neighbors so I can call them if there's an emergency and I need their help. I also have a friend at work that I can call in an emergency. By creating my plan, I know that I will be able to practice and be prepared for an emergency. I would also be able to tell other people how to help me. Do. I took action by creating my plan. I made a list of things I need to put in my kit, a list of all my medical conditions, medications, insurance, and some money. I put them in a plastic bag so they don't get wet. Other things to include in my kit are food, water, eyeglasses, flashlight, whistle, radio, and emergency supplies. I put all of my emergency items in the kit and placed it by the door so that it will be easy for me to take if I have to leave my home. I asked my neighbor to exchange phone numbers so we can help each other in an emergency. I made sure I knew how to call 911 and asked the person where I needed to go if I could not stay at home.
911, what is your emergency?
I also would turn on my radio or TV to find out what I needed to do. I asked my friend to help me fill out my magnet and put it on my refrigerator for everyone to see. I want people to know how to help me. If you feel safe, that means you're prepared. You can't feel safe without being safe. There's just no way. Think. Remember. Think about what is important to you in an emergency and how people can help you. Plan. Remember, making a plan helps you create the steps for what you want. Do. Remember, taking action is the way to get what you want and ask for help if you need it. Lots of people use think, plan, do. be a safe plan. Think. Dan wants to make sure he is living a safe life. This means that he is not in danger and will get help in an emergency. Plan. Dan decided to create his feeling safe, being safe plan. His plan includes how to work his wheelchair, the items he needs to have in his kit, and the people he will call for help. Do. Dan filled out his magnet. He placed it on his refrigerator. This plan helps people know how to help him with his wheelchair and medical issues. Remember, not being prepared can put you in danger. Not sharing your plan means no one will know how to help you. Not practicing your plan can make you feel unprepared and worried. Have someone help you fill out your magnet and worksheet and gather the items you need for an emergency. Practice your emergency evacuation. This means how you will leave your home in an emergency. This will help you learn what to do when you have to leave your home. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Remember, feel safe and be safe. Thank you.
Hey, what did you guys think of the video?
Very informative.
Yeah.
Question, is there any videos like this if I go to YouTube?
There is. They're all on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next. What do I need to be prepared? You're the best person to plan for our safety in an emergency or disaster, like the video, like the DVD said. This means figuring out how to manage on your own for a while, having food, enough food, water, and other supplies for at least a few days. First responders and relief workers are on the scene after a disaster, but they may be stretched thin, so they cannot reach everyone immediately. And it is important to create your own personal support network to help out, so that you guys can feel safe and be prepared, and make sure you have everything you need. And how do you get more information? Well, get in touch with your city or county about community response plans and emergency shelters. Many communities provide a registry for people with disabilities to sign up so help can come quickly in an emergency. And you can find out more from your fire or police department or jurisdiction from the area that you live. And who can help in an emergency if there is one? Your friends, people who live nearby, neighbors, and a service agency, which is your vendor service providers. And it is important to talk with them about your emergency plans. Share key information about how you would need help. And show them how you use any assistive equipment like a wheelchair or communication device, and where you keep your personal emergency kit. Now make sure that you keep it somewhere that you can get to it easily, and not where you have to jump over things to get them. And where you could just walk or roll out. Okay, go ahead. How can we help each other in an emergency? Well, share your emergency preparation plan with friends and people nearby and people that you trust. Let them know what you can do to help them and what you need help with. So with that said, let's fill out our name on the Feeling Safe, Being Safe workbook, which is this personal safety sheet. That looks like this. If you guys have a pen, if you would like, you can actually fill out your name right now if you like. We have time to make it a little bit more hands-on. So you can go ahead and fill out your name. Start with just something basic and easy. There should be pens somewhere, or this is what the beginning of the workbook looks like. While you guys are doing that, filling up, and then after that, turn to the page 2 that is titled Personal Safety, Important Information About Me. On this page, you'll see that it requires some personal information about you, such as medical information and other personal information, in order for first responders and anybody that needs to help you, so to help you save your life and stuff. Please take the time to fill it out with your family on your free time or something. But we just did something action. We just wrote our name as just something basic to get it started. Now, just like what is explained in the DVD, think, plan, do. Now, that's another tool to use when planning for an emergency or to be prepared or for anything. So first, think what is important to you in an emergency, and then the plan. Make our own emergency plan, and then the do, which is the doing part. Taking action, asking for help, and creating an emergency kit. So it goes in order to think and then plan, the planning stage, and then the actual doing part. Just like in the DVD. Earthquakes. During an earthquake, earthquake now. During an earthquake, you may feel back and forth shaking and or jerking movements. You may have difficulty walking or crawling due to debris, maybe. Or you may lose your footing, have difficulty maneuvering your wheelchair or assistive device. And you could be injured by flying objects that were not secured or be knocked to the floor. Okay. Earthquakes again. Your assistive devices, including eyeglasses or hearing aids that are not secured, may be thrown around the room. You may be unable to retrieve the assistive devices in order to move and or evacuate your home or work. Your goal is to protect yourself as quickly as possible when the earthquake strikes, so that you're not compromised. So, next week. Individuals should identify safe places in each room of the house, workplace, or school, or wherever they're at. Conduct practice drills with every member of the family, including personal care attendants and agencies that provide for services on any given day or time. Know and how and where the family will reunite and secure all breakable objects. Okay, now, during an earthquake, drop, cover, hold on. It's how you stay safe. If possible, again, drop, cover, hold on. Using a cane, drop, cover, and hold on. Lock your wheelchair or a walker. If you use one, cover and hold on. It's pretty self-explanatory, so it's pretty much just drop, cover, and hold on. And then there's a website at the bottom there, earthquakecountry.org, to find out more information and research. Okay? Now, for additional information in California on earthquake preparedness, like the previous slide, the same one, visit the earthquakecountry.org, earthquake readiness campaign, earthquakecountry.org, and the Great Shakeout. What are other disasters? Anybody can name a disaster? What are other types of disasters besides earthquakes?
I would name two because I've been experiencing it already for myself. If it's like heat exhaustion, I would say take my medication as usual, number one, and number two, if the weather's very, very hot, I have to stay away from the heat because if I don't, I'll start a seizure attack and I have to push my emergency push button for emergency, or I have to scream for help for 911.
Emergency services.
Yeah. And last but not least, I would like to show I even have this. Make sure I don't have my bracelet right now, but since I don't have my bracelet, so I have my medical alert IDs. So if anybody who's a member of medical alert, or if not, I would recommend they get this also.
Oh, that's good. That's also very resourceful.
Yeah.
So other disasters can be fires, structure or wildfires or structure. Terrorism, like 9/11, that was an example of one, or like what happened in Vegas, or something like that, or flooding.
And then I would say number 4, with my experience, because it happened to me already, what to do if you experience a break-in in the middle of the night. Because that happened to me already last month, and I was really scared.
Yeah, like more like a personal emergency, or to the gusty winds. Now, gusty winds can cause power lines to go down, and trees falling as a result of strong gusty winds. So stay away from power lines because that's dangerous. So, and then call 911 if you see power lines go down. This is why, in emergency preparedness, this is why we all need to be prepared for any emergency or disaster. If you're prepared for an earthquake, then you're prepared for anything. And if you feel safe, like said earlier, then that means you're safe and prepared for anything in order to feel safe. So, next one. Now, let me show you my emergency backpack. Using your workbook, please turn to page 3 for some of the items required for your emergency backpack. Now, I will present what I have in mine. Now, mine's not red, it's like the DVD, it's black, but it's still a backpack. Okay, I have extra clothing, canned food. I have more canned food, a lot of stuff here, and water. I have enough water to last me for maybe a week or so. Tuna, so it's not the canned food. I have, these are called latex gloves, used for like cleaning, or you have to like, for any like disinfectant, Band-Aid or first aid kit, to take wherever, because that's important, cuts and stuff. Flashlight, when there's a power outage, if there's like a massive power outage somewhere, that's another form of a disaster. Extra bags, tweezers to open canned food and stuff like that. Duct tape, in case you have to put tape on something, syringe or something. You had a pouch for rain and flooding and water. antibacterial hand wipes to keep your hands clean and moist, because there's not going to be any running water or anything for a while. Like an example of Puerto Rico. That was one example, like Puerto Rico. That these wet ones. And then money, have extra cash, because obviously ATM machines may not be working at all, it's just be cash, and have your medical insurance information ready for first responders or anybody trying to help you to save you, and extra emergency medication that you'll need. And and make sure that you have something to communicate with. If cell phones aren't working, make sure you have a landline phone. Well, that's not going to work either. Nothing's going to work unless you have like a handheld radio or something. So if that still exists.
Think about that, Jess. I would show and recommend this, because I always carry this with me if you don't have a plug-in for your cell phone, like if you're in a nearby public place, and if you can't find it, this is very handy. That's why in the middle of the night I always charge this, and when I'm out in public I always carry this no matter what.
Very resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we now live with cellular phone and wireless, and saying about public phones, I noticed every city I go to when I travel on a day-to-day basis, I see no public phones anymore.
Yeah.
Because I noticed the kids, I would say young people or children these days, in my own hometown, I noticed they're playing around with the public phones like this, or they're just breaking it. And that's why you can never use public payphones anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that is my backpack. That's just to give you an idea of what to put in there in order for you guys to all of us to stay safe during any disaster, emergency, any situation. Try to close this.
Jesse, where do you keep that?
Huh?
Where do you keep it?
Where do I keep it? Well, if it's at my house, I'll just keep it right by my door, because I don't have that much. My bed is right there, and I just keep it right by the wall, where I could just grab it and go at any given moment. When I take this back home, that's where I'll restore it again. Because sometimes I'll have it in my car too. And if I have it in my car and you're going to be stuck wherever you're at, then that would be good too. Just an example. I'll have to close this later. Sorry. I have to organize this. Okay, so that was my backpack. Anybody want to, any questions or comments? If you have time. Go ahead, Brendan.
How often are we going to change the food and the water in our bag?
You should always check it, like every month, just to make sure nothing's gone bad. Because that's what I did with my emergency kit. I checked the expiration dates, and I went and bought some food items, and which I'll also get into in a little bit in this in the PowerPoint. But yeah, you don't want to get food poisoning on top of the whole situation either. And yeah, there's something else. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you have that.
Question, Jess. Since I'm telling all of you now my incident from last month, then I know this is different from the emergency for earthquakes, but what should I do? Like, for example, if something happens to me at my house, like on the weekend, do I notify you guys like on Monday about my incident, or how is it? Because like, I know if in case of emergency, I know I cannot get a hold of my service coordinator or social worker?
Well, if it's life-threatening, then you would call 911, obviously. You wouldn't call your, like your educator or your service provider, because it'll take them a while. You might not be alive by that time. But call 911 if it's life-threatening or emergency, obviously.
So that's all because, okay. Because
And then
sometimes,
we can deal with all the after stuff, like SIR and stuff like that.
or after the incident, then I call you guys and inform you?
Yeah, afterwards, that will if you cover.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense. Preparing your emergency backpack, which I just did, you can start being prepared by just buying one item at a time. Because if you buy all at once, and depending on where you go, it can be expensive to buy all your emergency items at once. Now there's always the 99-cent store where you could always get a lot of stuff, 99 cents or under. I don't think nothing's ever over 99 cents.
There.
I guess Mary, our 99-cent store expert.
It's 99 cents plus now.
Oh yeah, plus, there's a plus now.
I know in our place is Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah, Dollar Tree. There's a Dollar Tree store too. So you can buy one thing at a time to be more prepared. And now, any questions? We have time for plenty of questions. Anybody want to discuss Whittier too?
Yeah. Go to get a emergency backpack. Do you have to make them on your own? Or can you go to like an agency and buy them, or what?
The question was, can you buy a backpack? Or do you have to buy them? Is that the question?
Yeah, or do you have to make it yourself? Do you have to make the backpack yourself? Or can you go to a firehouse or some facility and they can give you a backpack?
Usually they could, or they should. Don't tell me on about how they should, but you can also go to like any like Marshalls or Ross would have. Well, I didn't put that in my presentation, but
He's talking about emergency backpacks, like a kit.
pre-made. There's actually stores. There's some companies, stores that just sell emergency supplies and kits. And yes, you could. I'm sure you could go to your local fire station or even police department to they could provide you with a pre-emergency backpack also, or go to your city hall or something, or your local. Yeah.
You know, to answer his question, to answer his question, I remember I went to Target with my educator one day, and they sell emergency backpacks for $150.
$150. Wow, that's kind of steep for an emergency backpack.
That's how I read it. Even I think I went to one store at one of the old Town Center Mall. It's about the same price, about $100 or $150.
Probably more at a mall. Walmart? I don't know. Walmart has backpacks. They might be a little bit cheaper at Walmart if, because there's that too. You can buy your own backpack. It doesn't have to be red like that one. And then to put something in. Walmart might be a little cheaper.
Does DDS provide backpacks on Walmart?
Yeah, DDS provided those backpacks. You could contact DDS to see if they could still get one, or but I don't know the protocol on that now. But you could call DDS. That's where the DDS team, the backpacks came from, when they were doing that grant on feeling safe, being safe. Or they could give you tips on how to prepare a backpack. You can call DDS also. Or look on the, you can look on the DDS website. You could go to our main website, to our East Delhi Regional Center website, and there's a link that they could, maybe you could show them. Maybe show them the website.
You want to access our website or DDS?
Our website. and then show them how they can get into the DDS from our website. You go to resources and publications, and then go to links.
Oh, yeah.
And then scroll down to where it says Department of Developmental Services. And then click on it, and then, let's show the website. Consumer Corner. And then click on publications, or no, emergency preparedness.
There's the video.
Yeah, sample emergency.
That's the video that
Yeah.
was shown?
Video we saw.
Okay.
This is the video we saw. Sample emergency case of violence.
Yeah. Just like what I showed you in my backpack. All right, so just that's another resource on how you could prepare. And that, if no one else wants to add anything, I guess that's the end of our presentation.
So just all the other extras that I'm showing to everybody today, because I noticed it's not on your video at all. So it's like I showed you like my medical alert card. I always keep that in my pocket next to my healthcare provider card, which I have Kaiser. And then if they could have that bracelet also, because I left mine at home today. And then last but not least, and I would recommend this to anybody, it doesn't have to be like us like that has a disability for anybody. I highly recommend anybody, if they cannot pick up the phone to call 911, carry this anywhere as possible. You can get this at your nearby Rite Aid drugstore, and it's only it's only $50.
What is it?
If you saw the TV commercial by John Walsh, it's called 5-Star Great Call.
5-star what?
5-Star Great Call. This is the Great Call 5-Star emergency push
A
button.
grade call?
Great Call.
Great
It's almost like if you saw the TV commercials that are advertising right now. Life Alert. This is almost like Life Alert.
It's a life alert device.
Yeah.
Like a 911 life alert device.
As a matter of fact, I used this today when I was with a taxi driver taking me over here today, because there was a cargo truck in front of us that I think is stranded. He has no emergency lights on his vehicle. So while experiencing that today, I pushed this and I told him about there's a cargo truck that I think needs emergency to have the police come over, or like AAA or to somebody to help that cargo truck.
Okay, well, thank you everyone.
All right, thank you, Jesse, for the presentation on emergency preparedness. And the next item is about concerns. Do you have any concern that you want to share before we do the adjournment? Whittier? Any concerns?
Yeah, I have one concern. I to make my apartment emergency ready, I need some help, professional help, and I was wondering what kind of agencies can I get in contact with for help?
What's the question?
I need some help around the house. I mean, to make my place emergency ready.
Oh, you need some help making your emergency kit?
No, his house.
Oh, his
No,
house.
making my house emergency ready, you know.
Oh, making yourself emergency ready. Oh, maybe that, do you have a service provider? Do you have a vendor?
Yeah, I do.
They would probably best to help you directly. The landlord too should actually should be doing it. I don't know how landlords are nowadays, but the landlord should be doing it or helping you with that. if you have an apartment.
If you have a provider, I would suggest talk to your social worker or educator, because my educator that I see currently right now is helping me with emergency preparedness every time when he comes over to my house and sees me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see him tomorrow, and he's going to jot down like the number one important for him as since he's my educator is emergency preparedness. So every time I see him, he always reminds me every time he comes over. Yeah.
You can also contact your service coordinator too, and get all together to help you make your house emergency ready.
Okay.
But
Okay,
okay.
all right.
We'll go ahead and make the announcement, and then make the announcement about the November 2018.
All right, did you get this copy of our 2018 Consumer Advisory Committee schedules? Yeah. The schedules of our meeting next year is January 16, 2018, and the first topic of our next meeting next year is about mobility training. I have not, the other topics not with me, but the schedule for January 16 is about mobility training. The next meeting will be March 20, 2018, and May 15, 2018, July 17, 2018, September 18, 2018. For January to September, the schedule is the same, 4 to 6 p.m. But for the November 13, 2018, we moved the schedule to 3:30.
From 3:30 to 5 on November 13th, and as soon as the change is done on the save the date flyer, then we will have that posted up online and on social media as soon as the time changes made. But it'll be November 13th from 3:30 to 5.
We adjusted supposedly it's a third Tuesday, but we adjusted the date because it's towards
Towards the Thanksgiving holiday and the beginning of the holiday season, which, like the same thing happened this week. That may be why, partially why, the turnout is small, because it's on the same week as Thanksgiving, so that's why we made a slight change to next year.
And also we encourage you to visit our website, elarp.org, so that you can be updated for the schedules of our CAC meeting. We have also Twitter, Instagram, and the other one is
Facebook.
Which one?
Facebook.
No, Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And WeChat.
WeChat.
All right, those are the social media pages that you can visit: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and WeChat. And always, if you want to have more information, you can call Elisa Salazar at 626-299-4772. It's in your flyer. And you can contact also his direct line, 626-299-4854. All right.
All right, thank you for coming. Angela, good seeing you, and all of you.
All right. With that, I hope to adjourn tonight's meeting. Thank you all for coming. You have a wonderful holiday and Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Get a gavel.
No.
I'm going to suggest that. Yeah.